this might be one of them ones. That's all I'm saying.
And tune in. Big Wavy Trio on the spot. See what's going on. I'm glad I never made your parents. Full disclosure, episode 1.
That sounds crazy.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Before we go any farther, like the vid.
Please.
Yes.
And go check out our main channel. Go check out Javen's channel. Social media pop up. We've reacted to Castillo before.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
Something like that.
Yeah. That's what his video's actually about to hit 1,000. I'm not gonna lie to you. This nigga definitely said some wacky shit. I think this is one of his exes. I don't know.
Alright.
This is one of his exes. And he's being himself and talking to his exes about to be choked.
There's 2 parts to this. Like up the vid. I know you're gonna want part 2. Go crazy in the comments. Yeah. Go watch our other video. Like I said, main channel. Next one gonna drop this week. Let's do this. Yeah, it's about to be something. Yeah. I ain't even. This nigga always innocent.
But you know, we way before any kind of social media thing. You're the only person that probably knows the real me.
What was so hard for you to say, do you know what, I can't be with you because I know I'm not capable of being faithful?
For the first time, Castillo wants to sit down with his ex Ria to come clean on his past behaviours whilst they were together. But with Castillo revealing a hidden secret, is an amicable solution on the cards, or will shock revelations be too much for Ria to forgive and forget? Alright.
What's good, Ree?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, not too bad. You look nice.
Thank you.
You're not gonna say I look nice or
No.
nice? I thought you were gonna say something about me looking nicer. You know, I got dressed up for the
No,
occasion.
you look alright, but I just want to know why you brought me here,
Right, we're just gonna get straight into it like that.
basically.
I don't know, this feels mad formal, but basically the only reason I brought you on here is because obviously we was in a relationship for 4 years. Yeah.
3.5.
No, it's 4.
It was 3.5.
Why 3.5?
It was 3.5.
It's 4.
Go on.
But yeah, basically, there's a lot that you don't know and a lot that I never said. And I just feel like this is the time that I want to actually
No, it
say
doesn't
to
make sense why you couldn't have told me this before. I don't know why you feel like the best solution is to come here first and tell me.
Is this his
I
longest
think
relationship?
because I'm kind of like an open book now, innit, with all this social media
Yeah,
thing.
but I've been asking you to come forward and be honest with certain things you've done, which you've never done. So it doesn't make sense to me.
You've
Why you
never
waited
asked me.
so long?
But you've never asked me.
I have asked you, Joe,
You've asked me little things, but not.
but you've never been honest about anything.
I've kind of been honest about a few things. A few things. Do you get what I mean? I don't even know where to start. Do you get what I mean? Like, where would I even begin with like what I want to say? Throughout the 4 years, would you say that it was a good relationship?
Do you know what? That's not what this is about. But like, obviously, in our relationship, things were good, but at the same time, we've had our problems. You know, reason why it wasn't always great. Reason why I had to step out a few times. But at the same time,
What do you mean step out and back?
I've stepped out a few times.
You're chatting shit.
I've stepped out.
You're chatting shit. I know you're chatting shit.
When I say step out, I don't mean like going elsewhere and
Okay,
being
thank
with
God.
someone
I
else's
thought you were trying to
relationship.
chat some other shit. Well,
No, I'm not
surprise
talking
to
about that, Joseph. I'm talking about me telling you that I don't like. I want to need a break from you.
Yeah.
Or not talk to you for like a while. That's what I
Yeah.
mean by step out. Not as in to see someone else.
But I never really saw like you going quiet as like. Do you know what I mean? I never really saw that as a break. I just saw that as you was just vexed in the
So
moment.
you just thought that me not speaking to you for a whole week is just me being angry and that you think
Yeah.
it's normal. So you're sick.
That's kind of what I thought.
So you're trying to tell me that by you not speaking to you for a whole week, 10 days is fine, like it's normal in a relationship.
To be fair, back then, the way I was kind of moving, I never really, like, I paid attention to the silence, but at the same time, I just thought it was just you being vexed and then you just chill out after a little while. Do you know what I mean?
No, at the end of the day, if I feel like if I've gone quiet on you, it's your job to try and find out why I'm upset, you know, and we're meant to resolve this.
But you see, the thing is, that's what I'm saying. Back then, I wouldn't have even thought about that. I think from then till now, I've probably changed a lot in how you know me.
Okay, so what's the difference from then and now?
What do you mean? Like, as in, what I mean is in
portray
this.
yourself on the way you but the way you still portray yourself, I don't see a difference. It's just that you're more open about it.
No, what I mean is in the sense that the way I see things and looking back at things now, I can understand it a bit better than I was then. So back then, a lot of things that I was doing, like, you know, I never used to like to talk on the phone. I used to hate talking on the phone. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But now that that's just a little thing, but something like that now.
What was your problem with that?
Because of how I was used to moving, the phone call things.
Give me an example.
When you're the type of person that moves a bit mad and you see a lot of different people, then you never really want to talk on the phone to
So as
people.
in you'll see other people?
I'll get to that, but what I'm trying to say is that the reason I never liked phone calls is because I got used to a certain way of moving. So meaning things like we've never ever had each other's phone passwords, but I'm pretty sure if I'd asked you back then, you would have said yeah. If you'd have asked me, I would have probably never given it to you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like things like my phone face down and all these things. These were just natural things, the things that were just how I'd move. But realistically, looking back at it, that's not things that you do in a relationship. You understand what I'm trying to say? But that's how I was used to moving. Now, like the reason I've really brought you on it is because there's so much like things that I want to say to you, because obviously there's social media, but you know we way before any kind of social media things. You're the only person that probably knows the real me. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You know me through and through, even before gold teeth, everything.
Facts.
Okay.
So what I mean is in the sense that I owe you a lot of things. Like I owe you
100%.
explanations. Do you understand? Yeah.
100%.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And I don't know why it took you this long. Like, I'm just not understanding it. When our relationship ended, and I've been asking you about what happened, like, if there was anyone else which you wouldn't tell me, I don't know why you felt like you couldn't tell me until now. That's what I don't understand, Joseph.
You see my government then. That's okay. you could do it. I don't mind. The reason I couldn't tell you all these things then is because, to be fair, I was never able to just look at you in the face and say any of these things to you. It would kill me to say any of these things to you because of how highly I view you. You're like you're my longest relationship. You're my first love. You're the only person I've ever wanted to have children with. Only person I'd ever want to get married to. No, that's the thing. That's what you think. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, throughout the time that we was together, there's so much that you didn't know about me. There's me like you know me, and you know the real me. But there's other parts of me that you could never know. In regards to when you asked me, was I seeing other people?
Was you seeing other people? Is a yes or no answer?
Yeah.
How many?
That's when it gets complicated, because then I'd have to.
How many?
No, I'd have to give you.
How many?
I can't tell you.
It's
I could
never
give you a
funny.
number. I
Everyone
could give you a
laughing.
number. No, I couldn't give you a number.
Yeah,
The way you're
You can't
being-
give me a number.
Yeah.
What I mean is in the sense
This is
that.
where it gets technical.
Okay, best way I could describe it, yeah. When we first got together, I didn't expect us to get in a relationship because I never expected it to turn into that, because I never wanted a relationship with anybody. But
Wait.
That one,
Nah.
that doesn't make sense.
His logic was a little.
When we got together, I wasn't expecting us to
They
be
gotta do
together
4
like
years.
this. That's what I'm saying. What are you expecting? A relationship?
yeah.
It's a relationship.
Why did you keep going?
He didn't expect that, right?
Nah, yeah, I don't. Yeah.
I feel you coming from. I don't really Castillo.
I've been with you. I think once it hit a year, to me it was just like, that's when I would say that I proper fell in love with you, after a year. And it was basically for a lot of different actions as to why I fell in love with you. So a lot of things that you would do, a lot of things that you would say, a lot of your nature, being around you being around like my obviously my mum, my grandmother, and seeing how you were and all that stuff. That's all these little things that made me actually fall in love with you. So for me, it's always a slow burn, because it's always, for me, I look at everybody the same. I kind of hold everybody to the same standard. Do you know what I mean? But you surpassed it, and went to next levels of it.
Okay, but it doesn't make sense. So I surpassed that, went to the next level, but you're still cheating.
Yeah, but I
You
think
fell in love, but you're still cheating.
yeah, but the thing about that is that I don't think I was ready.
You fell in love, but you're still cheating.
Yeah,
That's not love, Joe.
it is love. It is love. A man can love someone and then see other people. Okay, look, if I'm just being honest with you, this is how it goes, yeah?
So
Does that work, bro?
I mean,
if you want to hold your mans down, like, and speak for the guys, yeah. But, like, realistically, nah, you can't really do that.
nah,
you can't do
no
that.
cap.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
pretty much.
Because, like, you wanna be there, but you're still doing bad at the same time.
Right.
There's always a choice. There's always a choice. You still
It's
chose
definitely
bad.
always a choice.
Be the bigger man.
Yeah, control yourself. Walk away. Turn the other cheek.
Born dog.
but I was out there seeing other people, would be fine.
No, that's
Okay,
mad.
so why?
That's different though.
How is it different?
It's different.
You shouldn't have said that.
It's just different.
How is it different?
I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's just different.
Other people, I was out there seeing.
Other people. Okay, look. If I'm just being honest with you, this is how it goes, yeah.
So if I was in love with you, but I was out there seeing other people, would be fine.
No, that's mad.
Okay, so why?
That's different though.
How is it different?
It's different. It's just different.
How is it different?
I don't know how to explain it to you, but it's just different. Yeah, but this is what I'm gonna say.
Idiot.
This is what I'm gonna say. Like when we first got together, it was literally you, just you, and I always saw you as my girlfriend. So I always put you in another box as anything. You're the only person that I would.
You're not. That doesn't make me feel.
No. It's not about making you feel some way. I'm just basically trying to.
Nah, he's actually
so
dumb
for
funny.
example, if I'm honest,
I feel like he's being dead
at an
ass.
event, right?
Right.
We met each other at an event. Yeah. I met other people at that event, but I never took any of those people serious. But the problem with me is, I just kept consistent links with people that I didn't really give a fuck about. But then, you was always my girlfriend, and I
Wait,
always
whilst we was together.
yeah. So like, during our 4 years, I don't know how to put it in a way not sounding like a weirdo, but it's almost like, imagine I had you like at the top, like a main, like a queen or whatever. Like I see you as that. So meaning in the sense that you know everything about me. You're the only person I'm ever gonna let you in all the way. You're gonna see me, like you're gonna see me through every kind of like emotion or whatever, which you have seen me for every kind of emotion or whatever. But then I had, let's say, 2 people below that, which were just like consistent links. One was like a video model thing, another one was like some older Jamaican thing. And then below that, I would just have like another 4 consistent links.
He just talking about consistent links. There was a video girl thing. What? Bro.
Yo, why he made a pyramid if it was going to just consistently...
And she's at the top, the queen, and these are all the
Consistent
links
links.
under her.
Nah, he's like a legend for getting us on camera.
Nah, yeah. This is...
That's 6 different females.
Yeah, I was expecting that. 'Cause all he said was consistent links, video girl, consistent links.
Nigga made a pyramid
But
of
you
just
the
different-
queen, though.
Nah, look at his face, like, bro. I don't
He's
know
like,
what
I
you
beat
expected.
it. Nah, absolutely.
I beat it. He's a bad man. It's the fact that he's not even like,
She's tight like fucking cameras.
nah. Knowing this nigga, I wouldn't have even showed up. I gotta redo him, man. Like, fuck is with the camera.
Content.
So,
She's coming back. She's right at the chin.
Huh? Yeah, come. On the back. It should be alright. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So. Are you right?
Fuck you.
Do you know what? It's nothing to be sad about because.
There's nothing to be said about.
No, not on your end. Because in the
Not
long,
on my end.
in the long run, it's like
Not making
the,
sense.
like I'm the one that should be. I don't know how to say it.
What? Go on. You're the one that should be sad.
I mean, in the sense that
Are you sick?
it's bad karma for me, not for you. It's best for you because you're free from it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You're free from it. But with what I'm about
It's
to tell
bad
you,
karma for you.
yeah.
So that karma hasn't come yet. Okay.
No, it has.
No, it hasn't.
No, that's the thing. It has. These people didn't mean anything to me. This was like a pastime. These weren't people that I gave a fuck about. I didn't give a fuck about none of these people.
The thing is, right? If you felt the way you felt about me, but you was doing your bullshit on the side, what was so hard for you to say, do you know what, I can't be with you because I know I'm not capable of being faithful?
Because
What was so hard about doing that? And then you'll take me outside in public.
it wasn't.
And when I'm working, that's what you're doing behind closed doors. But did you not feel that was embarrassing on my behalf? Ain't that embarrassing for me?
Looking back on it, yeah.
I would be out all the time. Was you not always out?
Yeah. Looking back on it, yeah. And that's why I'm trying to say that it took me a long time to realize all these different things. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? It took me a long time to realize what I was doing.
It took you too long to realize.
I didn't want to tell you because ultimately I wanted to be with you. I only ever wanted to be with you. And I thought to myself, me doing what I was doing, it wasn't anything serious for me, so I never took it serious. I literally looked at it like a pastime. I didn't give a fuck about any of these people. I would meet their families, meet their mums, meet all these type of people. And I didn't give a fuck about their parents, I didn't give a fuck about their family, I didn't give a fuck about them.
And you was never meeting mine anyways.
No, and this is the thing.
You was never meeting mine.
Nah, and I'm glad I never met yours because it's like you not ever introducing me to your parents.
Purposely done.
Yeah, me meeting your parents to me would have felt like the ultimate disrespect on my end. Yeah? With other people, I didn't give a fuck about them, so I didn't really care to meet their parents. With you, I never
You know,
wanted
it's
to
the
meet.
complete opposite as to the generation these days.
What do you mean?
Guys don't want to meet the girls' families
Yeah.
unless it's a serious situation. It's like you think backwards.
Yeah, because I was ashamed. I didn't want to meet your parents because I knew what I was doing, and I thought I can't meet your parents knowing that this is what I'm doing because I care too much for you to meet your parents. Whereas everybody else, but everybody else, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't mind meeting their parents. I could look at their mums and have a big conversation with people's mums and make their mums like me, and I didn't give a fuck about their mums. But I understand what you're saying, and that's why I'm saying this is why I'm talking to you about it now, because now I'm able to talk about it. Now I'm able to basically tell you what was on my mind, like, and just tell you how I was moving, because it's been a long time. You're the only person I've wanted to have kids with. You're the only person, and and you know me already to know that I don't want kids. I never wanted kids, never. And you know that. But we'll get to that. But you know that I've never wanted children. Look, for real. Look, you know, Ree, for real. Have I ever wanted children?
Well, you
let me just
show me that you haven't wanted children.
You know me well enough to know that I've never wanted children. You know my mum well enough to know how I am when it comes to kids. You know that, and that's not even me saying that to you. That comes from my mum. You know that, right? I'm not trying to. Do you get what I'm saying, though? I've never wanted children with anybody.
That's why you abandoned yours.
Besides you. Yeah. Let's listen to what I'm gonna get to that. That was one of the reasons that we got to that point where we were kind of like, it wasn't ever gonna, like, it wasn't progressing, because I knew you wanted to have children, and it's something that I kept on avoiding, right? And you know that. It's something I kept on trying to like put off, and
a secret.
I'm gonna get to that. You know, obviously my biological mum and dad, it was a one-night stand. They had me, both of them are schizophrenic, and then my grandmother adopted me, and I've literally been raised by my gran from a baby in poverty.
I mean, how can you even blame this thing?
What you're trying to say is because you never had an actual father, like a proper family in your life, you thought that you were able to give that to someone.
No.
That's what it is.
No, that's not what it was. I know that when we've gone out together.
It's basically
like, financially, mentally, everything. I was literally.
It's like when these type of niggas do wacky shit, it's like, alright, makes sense. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
It's not like,
Well, this is
why are you
I say-
doing that?
This is why I say like y'all choice, because you don't gotta do that.
You don't
gotta
gotta
do
do that.
Certain niggas just brought up making bad choices their whole life.
Nah, yeah.
It's just those type of people you run into.
You know what I'm
But you
saying?
definitely gotta just.
Damn.
Shit, Rocky, man. Safe up, bro.
And I was unhappy. Yeah? And when it comes to me linking all these different girls that I didn't give a fuck about, the reason I was doing that was because I was failing in like every other aspect of my life. That was the only thing I felt that was an accomplishment to me. It's the only thing I felt that I could look at like, that is something that,
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
like it's almost like
Wait,
when you
he's
fail in
bugging,
every
he's
other
bugging.
aspect,
What you say?
wasn't
Yeah, he just
He just called
every
cheating an
other aspect
accomplishment.
of my life. That was the only thing I felt that was an accomplishment to me. It's the only thing I felt that I could look at like, that is something that,
Sorry, what?
Say what?
like it's almost like when you fail in every other aspect of life,
What was your accomplishment?
knowing that I could get girls, that was what it was to me.
That was your accomplishment. That's
Yeah,
what you
at the
focused
time, yeah.
in life. That's what.
At the time, yeah. At the time, yeah. You don't know this, but obviously you know the time when we went to Christine's, who's obviously,
Yeah.
people that don't know, my biological mum. Like, when I went through that time, like, I literally nearly went crazy. I nearly went mad. And I was super unhappy. I wanted to kill myself. I was super unhappy. When you ask me, why couldn't I tell you all these things, is because you kept me
Hold on.
alive almost. Like, you kind of kept me, like, I would have probably, like, killed myself if it wasn't for you. You're the only thing that really kept me going. When it comes down to the finances things, you know that I was trying. Like, that's one thing, I was always trying. Like, I was always doing,
Yeah.
I was always, like, hustling with my events thing. I was trying my...
Now what? So she was the only thing keeping him alive, but
This is.
him cheating, getting girls was an accomplishment for him. I don't know.
And I feel like he had that regret feeling. He was like, I gotta end myself because this is not life. My parents are out of their body. I'm cheating like crazy, and this is the only thing that feels good to me, and it's not even really good for me. And then yeah, that's why he probably felt like that. And then he thought about Shorty, who probably held him together, I guess.
It was like,
And here he is, but she's just hearing. You said you loved me and did me dirty.
He said you love me, did me too.
It's like she wants to feel bad, but it's like you still didn't have to do that.
Nah, yeah.
My hardest to do that. And
Lot
to
more
be honest
video,
with you,
man.
when it comes to falling in love, the moment I fell in love with you was that time when I had my first event. I was selling tickets and you was out there with me. I would honestly say that it's moments like that that made me realize that I was really in love with you and
damn, how you?
I wanted to keep you
Shorty
forever.
outside selling
And that's
tickets
why
with you?
I was so funny
Keep
about
her, my
The
nigga.
thing is, right, yeah,
See,
Yeah.
look, people.
in regards to helping you out, it just doesn't make sense because when it comes to like being financial, I was helping you out at the same time. Like
Yeah.
if you needed something, I would have been there for you. So like, and I never actually asked you for anything,
No.
right? And I was okay with my job and I was stable. So,
That's the thing.
and you was doing your part-time jobs as well.
That wasn't shit though.
It was still an income. People do worse things than you.
Nah.
That's a good girl right there.
For me, that
He's
period
just
of my
bugging,
life,
bro. I'm not
I'd
gonna
have
lie.
to say
He
that's
be
like
wild, that's wrong.
in terms of like love and connection with you, for me that was like my greatest. But in terms of my own personal self, like building and all that stuff, it's like I hit like rock bottom. Like obviously I couldn't do no more events because there was like a shooting at my rave and all the venues got locked off in West London and shit like that. And then obviously I was doing the nightclub security thing and I was doing bouncing and then I was doing the kitchen porter thing and that was like 6, 7 an hour. And the nightclub bouncing thing, that was like 10 an hour. And all these things just made me think to myself,
Well,
like,
do you know what I was
well,
thinking about? When we was together, there's times when you personally ask me how I'm feeling
Yeah,
in regards to our relationship.
yeah. Because I
Like,
wanted,
no, you'd ask me, how do you
break up
feel?
with
Is
me?
everything okay? Blah,
Yeah.
blah. What do you think we can change or whatnot? But these times, yours being a slag outside the house. So at the end of the day, you had no right to even ask me how I felt about the relationship.
when I said to you, when I was asking you,
Like, didn't you ask yourself that?
no, when I was
But
asking
didn't
you,
you ask yourself that?
what do you mean?
How you felt about the relationship? If you know it's not right, so you should just let me go.
For me,
Yes.
I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't let you go because I felt like you was keeping me alive. And at the same time, because we had been through so much, I never want to.
Nah, he's really saying everything back. Nah, yeah.
He's like
He says like he says, yeah, like you're this, but like, I do this because like I don't know, my body is like, yeah, like it's not making sense. Bro.
Yeah,
like you my queen, but like I was with all these links under you though.
He's like, so why couldn't you just not do this? Like, I need you.
Like, you're keeping me alive, but I'm still doing what I'm doing. Nah, he's wilding, bro.
I don't understand.
And boredom. And something to do while I was bored. But during that time, I thought to myself, as time goes on, I'm always gonna have you, and eventually, it's gonna work out.
Using me. Just
Nah, it wouldn't have been using because, like I said, I wanted to have kids with you. I wanted to marry. I just needed to sort my own self out. That's how I was looking at it. It was never a thing where I'm gonna like.
So where would you say you are now in life?
What do you mean?
Financially, emotionally.
I would say like this is the maddest thing about that time. I'd say emotionally.
I'm talking about now compared to last time.
I say this is the first time that I know myself. I didn't know myself before in the sense that just as we, obviously at Christine's fucking house, like that's when everything started happening for me. That's when things slowly started happening for me, and then everything started changing for me. Like obviously,
for the better.
Yeah, because obviously, the social media thing changed my life. It's the only like, I've made more money from social media than I ever had from anything. I made more in social media
so would you say
in a month than I did in my whole life working. Say that again?
So would you say you're financially stable now?
I would say yeah.
You are?
I would say yeah. Emotionally, I know myself a bit more because when we was together, you knew that I was trying. I was either trying my venting, I was trying to do music, that was my main thing. I was trying so many different things. You'd see me trying a million different things. And it's like nothing was working. And it just added to more of the fact why. Remember that time with the 20p? The 20p?
That you got upset because I threw it behind the bed?
Yeah.
Okay, it was 20p.
Yeah, but it hit me that much because it's like, it's all I had.
It was 20p.
That's all I had. And then I think, even though you was joking when you dashed it, it made me go crazy because I thought to myself, like, this is literally all I have. And it wasn't about you, it was about me. I just thought to myself, wow, look at the way I've gotten my life to this point where this 20p is all the fuck that I got right now.
You're trying to tell me that's all you had? And
Yeah.
that's why you reacted the way you did?
I got angry at that.
It was 20p, John.
Yeah, but I got angry at that moment because it wasn't about you. It was a build-up of everything in my life at that moment. It's almost like everything I was trying at that moment, everything had failed. Then I'm thinking about like all these other things on my mind where I was living. I was thinking about the fact that I'm with you and I felt like I wasn't giving you what you needed in terms of like I said, I couldn't take you out, I couldn't do all these different things. And then it's just like, when I saw that 20p and then you dashed it, I said, in my head I was just like, this is the only shit that I have right now. And it wasn't you throwing it and like doing it, it just made me think, it's just like a trigger for me. That's why it made me go so crazy. There's only two people in the world I give a fuck about, and that's Elizabeth, that's my mum, grandma, and you. You're the only two people that I give a fuck about. I just thought to myself, I'm nothing, like I'm not doing anything right. And the only two people that I want to make proud or make happy, I'm not. You were always comforting to me. You never made me feel shit about my situation. And in some ways, that's what made me more angry at myself, because I thought to myself, you're literally not doing anything wrong. It's all me.
I don't know what to say about that one. What to say?
You mentioned something earlier about abandoning a child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now.
Like I asked you, that's why I asked you, do you feel like you're financially stable now?
But that's a whole nother story.
Do you feel like you're financially stable? Because when we was together, you told me you couldn't have children because you weren't financially stable.
Yeah. And then
right now, how do you feel?
I need to get into that situation.
No, you need to answer the question.
No, I need to get into that situation because it's not a black and white situation. It's not something that would make sense to anybody. I'd have to explain it to you. When we was together, like I said, I think it must have been during the second year. This is the reason why I've never sat down and really spoke to you about this. Because this is the biggest thing that this is the only thing that's ever bothered me and pissed me off, yeah? And it's a cause of a lot of problems between me and you would never even know. Best way I could describe it is like this, without bringing somebody else's name and fucking up their name, even though I feel how I feel about that person, yeah? During the time we were seeing each other,
next week on Full Disclosure.
Remember the last time I broke up with you? Like my friend saw you on a dating site.
When I'm not achieving anything else, the fact that I could get gal was
I'm 90% sure
How
he said
often
he
are
had
you
a
seeing
kid.
these people for them to think they're in a relationship with them?
It was consistent over
So
years.
when was this happening? When I was staying at your house, when we were staying together? Is it the moment I left?
He would bring me to all his side chicks' houses. Some of them killed dead animals, hold it in front of me, cut their hands, all that bullshit.
Don't you find that disgusting?
When I did the ZZ Mill show that everybody probably knows me from, she asked me if I had kids, and then them times I knew.
I know, you lied. It's like...
It's like what?
You decided not screwed.
What? Because I don't feel sentimental feelings towards people. That's
No, not towards people, for your own flesh and blood.
Interesting.
You gotta see.
Nah,
You gotta see.
Nah, before I went to that's
shit.
part one, it just sounded like he was fucking with her best friend or something like that. Somebody she knew. And it's just like, you're just adding more fuel to the fire. You're done. She's a strong woman for even still sitting there. I'm not
Don't run
gonna
no
lie.
trap.
Oh my goodness.
Not yet, because if it was the reverse and I was a nigga sitting there and the bitch was telling me all this shit, no, I'm playing. But, I would have just left. I would have left. Nigga said I'm not. But yeah, man, that was a big, that was both big Full Disclosure episode 1, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it.
Give me your thoughts in the comments.
You know what I'm saying? All that.
He's bugging. That's my take. He's bugging.
He's a bad kid.
Nah, he's bugging out. But like you have to just put yourself in his shoes.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. Perspective thing. It's always about perspective.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just certain people that just...
I'm not gonna say I feel or relate what he's
Nah,
doing, but I
definitely not.
understand.
Not
I understand.
Not even that we understand. It's just that I could understand. We understand
I could
how he
comprehend.
would make those choices in life. Because we, you know what I'm saying? We know niggas who have grown up making bad choices their whole life.
Yeah, but
So it's like, I understand. I get it.
cheating's not an accomplishment either. Don't cheat, bro.
Nah,
If getting girls is your priority in
you
life,
cheating for 4
look in the
years
mirror
straight
and say
is
sorry.
crazy.
Say sorry to yourself.
Bro, cheating for 4 years straight.
I'm done.
Yeah, man.
You hit a kid, my nigga. That's beast. Listen.
How do we trio?
Shorty hit a kid for me and we were together? Yeah.
I'm not about to do that, but listen.